Hi, good morning everyone. Myself Piyush. I am back here again on your own YouTube learning channel Finbuzz Learning. Today we'll be, discussing the topic, a very interesting topic, rather I would say, a career opportunities in accounting and finance. So, like you are well aware of what is accounting, what is finance. So, after clearing your educations, what you should do, where you should pursue your career into actually. So that's what it is all about. So, moving the next slide, a very brief introduction about me. Like, I'm a chartered accountant by profession. I have, 7 years of experience in finance industry, into various domains. Like, I had worked for accounting, reporting, into various industry, taxation profile, into various industries, as I've mentioned. And currently, I am associated with EY GDS in liquidity domain as a assistant manager. Okay. So moving on, as you know that after qualifying for CA or any professional degree or bachelor's degree, anything, you can be a teacher. You know, I believe teaching is very a noble profession. So, will how are we gonna start our this PPT slide is I'll go with a very basic thing like a teaching profession, then we'll start with the industry experience and firms and all. So working in a working as a teacher, I think is a very great profession because you can pursue your career as a teacher, as a lecturer in various colleges, schools, universities, into various industries, into various subjects actually. For example, accounts where basics, debits, credit, preparation of financial statements, how we are reconciling a balance sheet, ledger, etc. Business studies where you talk about business management, which is nothing but your planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling, as a basics of management. Auditing, where we can speak about auditing standards, your for example, let's say 200, let's say 710, caro, what bank audits, concurrent audits, all about auditing. Then we'll talk about statistics. Statistics is nothing but your how you're relating your maths into finance, or for example your what you've done in your uh, ISCA or any financial management topics, your mean, median, mode, average, standard deviation, all about those things. Then taxation. It can be taxation is very broad thing. It is not just a one subject. You can be expert in direct tax, indirect tax. Within direct tax also you have multiple things like salary head, business profession head, capital gain head, other sources of income head, and within your indirect tax you can be a GST expert, custom expert, anything which is considered to be indirect tax. Then talking about financial management is something which I really love the topic, where you can be an expert in uh, for example your what we do in stock market, financial analysis of balance sheet, fundamental analysis, technical analysis. That's what we have done. Your cash flow forecasting, budgeting, variance analysis, ratio analysis. So that's all about your financial management. Then moving on to the last, not the last. This is not the exhaustive list. This is just a strips or various subjects I've taken it as per my experience. Of course, there are multiple of streams available as of now. Commercial law, where you can talk about very contract act, labor's law, company law, all the laws, regulations which are available to run a company are studied under here. And then as the new world, where new area where the world is moving is digital currency, virtual currency. As you know that as per the latest finance bill act, all the virtual assets are being taxed at 30%. So all the laws, regulations, I know this is there are not much of awareness of that, but still it is an upcoming revolution in the industry. All currency, as you have already heard about our Indian economy, that they are talking about digital currencies. The talks are going about digital currency. So how we gonna treat it? How the accounting is to be done? What are the regulations? What are the taxation, or how we gonna transact those digital currencies? So everything comes under the subject. You know So this is all about teaching profession. Okay. So moving on, let's move to next slide. Own a company. This is something, everybody are very much interested in. So when you are qualifying chartered accountant, company secretaries, cost management accountant, financial analyst, any degree you've taken, it is not that you have to work under somebody, or be a part of a employ under somebody organization. You can run your own consultancy firm, you can run your own practice firm, you can have your own business, join a father's business, join a family business. So it is not that every time you have to be part of under somebody else's roof. You can utilize your expertise in finance and by in your family business, have your own consultancy firm where you can be a consultant in your investment analyst, cost analyst, uh, management, any management, virtual CFO. This is something very renowned thing these days going on. And you can be an auditor, concurrent auditor, start auditor. You can file an ROC, register annual returns for the companies, file a return for the employees, for any consultant. It's anything you do it for yourself, anywhere all the your knowledge which you've taken so far is being applicable everywhere. Every profit or every money you spent get the returns directly to you, attributable directly to you. So that is called a running a company. Okay. So next is, I'll talk about uh, CA firms actually. So for example, you might have heard about various industry firms, uh, Deloitte, KPMG, PwC, EY, Grant Thornton. These are the various big brands under which companies are, running their consultancy firm. And these all about the firms where you can be part of it. For example, if you could see these domains actually: consulting, assurance, SAT, taxation. So this is just, I've taken, a very broader term. This is not a, exclusive again. This is just this is not an exhaustive list. There are many other streams available. I have just taken according to my experience what is consulting, what is assurance, what is that, what is taxation. So consulting is something, you can consult or advise on anything. For example, I'm a consultant in EY in liquidity services. So I advise various clients on risk areas. You can be a consultant in accounting also. You can be a consultant in taxation also. You can be expert consult. You can get advice on each and anything which is which you feel is you know is available, or which your client demands actually. For that you need to be an expert in that subject area, and apply your theoretical knowledge, practical application, peer industry, areas, and give your advice on those areas. Then comes assurance. Assurance is nothing but you're applying your auditing standards or auditing knowledge, and audit the books of account for the company. For example, you might have seen that, if you might have known that every company requires an external auditor or start auditor. So where these companies or these organizations come into picture, uh, your EY, EY, KPMG, PwC are the auditors of various MNC or Indian companies or big companies, not big companies always, mediocre companies also. For example, L&T, your Bata, your Nike, the Indian brands actually, L&T, Indian brands of also are being audited by various firms, or I'll say that various MNC firms, or CA firms actually, who do audit and provide their independent opinion whether the company is running correctly, there's no fraud, and provide their opinion, which you have always, studied in your CAs, in standard SA 700, qualified opinion, unqualified opinion. So that is all about assurance. Next, as next is something very interesting, is called strategy and transactions. Where we will be talking about merger acquisition, how For example, if company A is disinvesting their share or invest interested in investment in B company, or their mergers, they're into mergers, they're into acquisitions, which we have studied in your, accounts when we are in CA, we were in CA finals. You have a topic on holding subsidiary company. So that is all about strategy and transaction. So we will be consulting or advising that or checking that whether the company is when company is buying or disinvesting, either is it is feasible, or are we not making any losses on the on that picture, or what actually should be the situation. So that is all about strategy and transactions. Okay, then moving on to the taxation. Taxation, again, I have told you in my teaching slide that taxation is something you can be a tax expert in direct tax, indirect expert, tax expert, GST, which is prominent these days, and within taxation also there are many teams handling a salary part, business profession part, capital gain part, other sources of income part. So every topic has its own laws and regulation. Every topic has its own consequences, importance. So it is not that one person will be handling each and every area of taxation. One person must be handling a smaller section of a taxation part. For example, he must be handling only he must only be into salaries. He or she must only be into capital gains or other incomes, or GST. Within GST, we must be having multiple teams or sub teams are available. So that's all the jobs availabilities come into picture, where you can apply or apply for the position in different areas actually. Okay, so apart from that, always, CA firms also do hire tech experts also, which is not into accounting profession, I know, but apart from accounting and commerce area, they do hire somebody from who's a tech engineer, into a software engineer, or a cloud who's handling cloud part. So many different areas are available. It is not like, you can make a career in just a, these four streams, but also into different streams which are these days very promising, or appearing as compared to in the past 10 years, because of the world is changing, world is evolving, you know so moving on, industry areas. So speaking about, big MNC industry, MNC banks, for example, Barclays, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Macquarie. So all these companies basically have, three domains, or again on a predominantly basis, or not. This is again not exhaustive list. This is just as per my experience, my knowledge. I would say three domains, which are financial controller, product controller, and cost analysis. So financial controller is, I'll give you very, explain in layman term. For example, you are a broker, okay, for any bank, and you approach a client that I'll make your money into 10 times. You invest that money into our bank, okay. So broker brings a client to a bank, okay, and client deposit that money into bank, for example 10,000, to and expect that return of 15% or 20%, whatever it is. Then first comes a product controller who advise client that I'll be investing there and there, and you will get your return, okay. So product controller is somebody who is expert on respective product, for example equity, debt, subordinate debt, loans, investment. So they are all concerned about the respective products, and people can make their career into those areas also, so you can be an expert. That's what we have taught in financial management. So there are various financial management products where you can make your career into. Somebody who's interested in knowing what products are available in the market, where money is being built up, how money is made. So that's all about product controller, okay. Then after money is being taken by that bank, that employees who are in product controller will be uh, you know recording those money in books of accounts as per respective regulation of that bank. uh, as we know that bank financial statements are being prepared where money is being recorded according to the requirement, like equity, debt, investment, loans, anything. So then financial controller comes into the picture, where financial controller record those money into books of account, prepare the financial statements, fulfill all the taxation regulatory reportings, and taxation reporting, and finalize the balance sheet so that it has to be published in financials on respective year end. Okay, so then that is the role of financial controller. Okay, next is a cost analyst. Cost analyst is somebody, who play a role of forecasting. That's what you have done in cost. And when we were looking into teaching slide, where costing was something we were discussing, budgeting, variance analysis. There's a role called FP&A, financial planning analyst, who will be analyzing the numbers or costing, whether we are into the right direction, are we not making losses, or who is forecasting actually. That is a cost analysis. So this is all about the industry domain. Okay. So I have, collated a list of organizations where it is again not exclusive. It is just a snips I've taken, as per my understanding, like CA firms on the left side, where you can see Deloitte, KPMG, EY, PwC, GD, BDO, RSM, Asad and Odia, Luther and Company, and Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, so these are the companies and industry which are available, where you can apply or foresee your future in case you want to enter into job areas. Okay. So the like side, nothing but a thank you, a warm thank you to you for listening to me and hearing to me, and hope you gonna like it, and understand where actually you can fit your career into. Okay. So this is all about me. For any questions, queries, feedback, suggestions, please reach out to on the LinkedIn and email ID which has mentioned to you. And do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much.